Okay. All right. Welcome back to the Lad Podcast, everybody. And we are back with some special guests. First, before we start, I want to thank you guys for watching our last episode. And thank you for the love, thank you for the advice, criticism, and we really appreciate it. But today we have some very special guests with us, and we have Exalt in the house. As you can see, we are hyper. So, yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Welcome, Exalt.
Okay.
So, how you guys doing?
Good. We're doing good. We're doing good. How are you doing?
I'm good. So, yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy for you guys to be here and everything. So, introduce yourself. Like, ladies first.
Hello. My name is Christina. And as said, I am a member of the EXO group. And yeah, it's a pleasure for me to be here. And we're just going to have some fun talking a little bit about music and all. So, tune in if you want to have a good time with us.
Yeah.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Et nom c'est Francis Rose. Et jeudi, the Creole don't be too good. I just gotta go in and out. Today we're gonna have a good time, man. We're excited to be here. We're excited to be a part of this podcast, guys. We're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. So, and you guys already know us, Sebastian and Joe over here. And, well, without further ado, we're going to go straight into the subject, which is about music. And the title is, what's the meaning of music?
I would say, music, pretty much.
Yeah.
I would say, kind of like where it started, I would say, we started, as a group, pretty much. And also how music, meant to us, I was as youth and everything. So, I guess,
so,
that's all.
Which one? What music means to me? Or
what
is music?
Okay, first, what is music, right? We can start with that one.
Right. Okay, so for me, I personally feel like music is a story.
Yeah.
We're telling a story through words, through sounds, instruments, whether it be R&B, whether it be gospel, whether it be trap, At the end of the day, it tells some type of story and it expresses ourselves in some way.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You're good.
So if we go, technically speaking, music will be defined as just a combination of sounds, of notes, and just put together, making an harmony and making a sound to make people feel a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Which is why when he said different type of songs, different types of music, that's why whenever we associate this type of music, they have different emotions, that comes into that comes on the table.
You better preach.
You're not going to have. Listen, if I'm listening to trap, something's about to go down.
You better understand that.
But if I'm listening, if I'm listening to my little gospel, it's going to this time.
The Holy Spirit is coming down.
Yeah, something else is going to come down.
All
Okay?
right.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like music, as you said, you just just arranging sounds, in a good pattern. Just how we say it. The thing is, it makes you feel good. Pretty much when everything is just
not all the time.
I would say arranged. Well, that's true.
Sometimes we felt creative.
Some music,
right.
Depends on the music pretty much.
Okay.
But anyways, all right. I'll start first. About where I would say how I got into music. The thing is I would say I was playing into it because as Christians, my mother, the thing is I was listening at home. Mainly in the shower, as a young boy. And then just literally one day, the pastor basically was preaching, and then they asked basically who wants to sing. My mother was like, my son. And I was like, what? Trust me, that's how it happened. And I'm like, okay. And I went there, and then ever since that day, I always, be singing. So that's my story pretty much. How about you guys?
My story. It just came to me. When you're young, you at the church, it's kind of inevitable for you. You just have some, at a certain part of your life, you're going to be on the chair singing. It's
Otherwise, you get a nice whoop.
That's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure.
It don't matter if you're gonna get a whooping for it. It don't matter if they're gonna, tuck your head, your ears out, but you're gonna be on the chair singing. Pour la gloire de Dieu.
Whether you want it or not.
Especially when you were in the little kids class. That was something you have to do. You can't skip that part at all. Then every single little kids in the
I remember
children's
those
choir.
13 Sabbaths of the month.
Oh my God.
Listen, I used to run.
That was pain. That was pain.
Funny story. Funny story. So my mom was in charge of children's department at the time, right? Tell me why I'm like 13, 14, 15, and I'm still singing in the group. So you got my tall, big body with all these little kids.
Your mom was director. You were the sous director.
So me, I was in there. Jesus, love me. Yes, I know.
The Bible tells me so. That's true.
Yeah, because, man, I remember, like I said, I remember first time I sang, it was with my mom. It was like family soiree and everything. And they asked her to sing, and since it was family, she wanted to, like, incorporate me and my sister. And my sister was okay, I want to sing. But I was like, nah, thank you. But she was like, you ain't got no choice. I was like, okay. And I remember practicing this song. I was so mad. Sitting on the couch singing, and she just give me her eyes. I'm like, yeah, okay, Jesus.
You know that battle was coming.
That's true.
That's that battle eyes. You better start singing.
You better get yourself together.
Oh yeah, but you better come here.
After that, I just started loving music and everything. Started singing, and it was like a dream to start like a group. After that, I was like, well, it was for the best, you know.
My start for music, I always had a love for music, to be honest with you. But what urged me is I was that little boy that was always trying to be with the older crew. So, and the older crew was always in the praise team.
Yeah.
They were always in the choir. There was like an age restriction. And so I was like, dang, I can't be in there. Dang, I can't be in there. So I keep fighting my way to try and get in. Eventually, I ended up being the youngest guy in my church.
Yeah.
Right, to sing in the choir. And so ever since then, man, and obviously, you know, gospel music is definitely my heart.
Yeah.
So just from that, man, gospel music touches you on another level, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And so just from that love of music alone, it kind of, because I wanted to be bigger in music,
Yeah.
I opened my eyes to different genres to kind of incorporate different sounds into the way I would sing with gospel. So
Yeah,
that's
that's-
how it was me.
Yeah, because music is like, it's a way to like express yourself in any ways, like any ways you are feeling and everything. But, you know, I think music is like the best thing that can happen on earth. You know?
That's true.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so, who inspired to make music? Or not make music, or singing, or just like, you know, pull your souls out?
Who inspires me?
Yeah.
Jesus.
God.
The
yeah.
Lord.
Come on. Jesus Christ.
Hey.
Honestly, I wouldn't say a specific person.
Yeah.
Really, it's really just the sound.
The sound, yeah.
The sound drew me to music.
Yeah, and the
That
emotion.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
I see what you're saying. Like, it's just like your ears is like kind of
I was
like a
attracted to
certain
it.
sounds.
Yeah.
Like,
I
as soon
attracted
you
to
heard
it,
it, like, yo, that's my song right there.
Yeah, that's
and,
it.
And you're like, yo,
Exactly.
yeah.
So that's how it started for me. I'm not one of those where it's like Beyonce inspired me, or Bryson Tiller inspired me. No offense to them, they're amazing artists.
Yeah.
But I don't have like an idol in music necessarily.
Yeah,
I
I
get
see
what
what
you're
you're saying. Yeah.
I would say that music is the way I talk to God. Like, music is really what keeps me anchored. And, you know, because at a certain age, when you don't have, your parents cannot keep, you know, running after you, for l'église, you have to do this, you have to do that. And the way and especially with what's going on right now when we cannot go to church anymore, I find myself where if I really want to connect to God, I have to do it through music.
Yeah.
I have to get some time aside and just listen and talk to him through whatever music I'm listening. And that's how I can, you know, keep my relationship going.
Yeah. I think as like when we were kids, I think like music was like play a big part of us on staying in the church and start loving church.
Definitely.
Like,
that's
you know, so much. It's just like, you know what, I want to go to church and sing and give God glory for like what He has done for us. But it's just like, but at first I wouldn't lie, because at first when I was a kid, I feel like singing was the way to like show off.
It's not just
like
that.
for show off a beat. It's just like, yo,
Yeah,
you can't really sing. Like, thank
the
you.
girls, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
there's love.
I'm not there. Yeah, so it's just like, but it's just like all those things play a big part of like to express ourselves and just like love music.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Well, the thing is like, I was sorry to cut you off. Like, the thing is like, I speak quite fast, and then I think you guys basically know that already. It's just that when I was actually in college, basically, like someone asked me, "Do you do everything fast?" I'm like, "Not really." And then he asked me, "Do you sing?" I'm like, "Yeah." And for some reason, he asked me, especially sing a slow song for him, and I could sing perfectly, and I would say like startle or speak fast at all. And then he was like, "You see, I would say like music has a power. I would say over emotion, and I would say it also can slow you down." And I'm like, "That's true." And then technically, like I'm driving, I'm listening to music, I'm singing out loud. It's like the thing is, it's like my brain actually goes quite fast, but for music, it's like everything basically is just different. I would say like slow everything down pretty much for me.
Music slows it down.
For me, I would say at least for me,
that's
pretty much, yeah.
That's
true.
That was kind of deep.
That's a good point right there. No, for real.
Yeah, it's kind of deep.
Because I would say for me too, I mean, it doesn't happen all the time for me, but especially when, like she said, those times when you try and get yourself re-anchored in God, and you sit down and you're just like, you want to worship and just minister.
Yeah.
Sometimes just sitting there and being able to sing, everything slows down. Life slows down.
It's like
for
it's
a
like
moment.
you.
Yeah,
it's like there's
a pause.
nothing else, pretty
It's
much.
just you and God right there.
Yeah.
And you're just worshiping, and you're just, even sometimes in my heart and in my head, I don't even have to say the words out loud.
Yeah.
It's just when you do that, everything just slows down, and you can kind of repace yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
So what I love about music is just like in Haiti, we only had in our church, we only had like piano. We didn't have any drums, bass, all those extra stuff. But the thing is,
Let's
what
not
it was.
start.
Yeah,
It
true.
wasn't even a
Real.
keyboard. It's like legit.
yeah, it was like
Yeah,
the
legit
little
piano, that's true.
the 60 keys piano and they use the little beats and the thing like and so it's just like but the thing but what I love about it just like whatever is playing if you don't have any drums, bass, like you will actually feel the music.
Yeah,
like
you
there's no like if you just like switching from Haiti to here, just like it's the same feeling like when you're singing and everything. So that's what I love about it.
So, like, did you guys, like, stomp and clap at least?
Yeah,
like,
sometimes we
Nah,
would do that.
like
Not
church in Haiti was very like
solemn. Like, it
solemn.
was,
Like
yeah.
we're here.
Exactly.
Here we can like go tete-pute with the elders, but not back in Haiti. Like, we can't do that.
Listen,
Yeah.
Jesus will come down and
You can't do that. Like they actually tell you like that's how you're supposed to play song, and you only had like I think incorporate the whole drums. Like they were like, nah, this is like especially in Haiti, compas play drums play a lot of role in compas. So it's just like, nah, we ain't gonna have this in church. And so it's just like, but at the same time, like it was fine. It was fine. Like it's whoever is playing.
Yeah,
the
of
keyboard.
course.
Yeah.
it's very email-orange beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, let's be goofy a little bit. By the way, when did you guys basically learn that you could actually sing? Like sing. Pretty much like,
So
Let's see. When did you basically just stand up and be like, and start singing and they were like, you're good. Let's see. When was that?
okay, so I was that little girl, that little Avatuge that would go to all of the camps. I would go to see.
By you?
I would go to all of them. I was that one adventurer that would be in Pathfinder's camp, in the Gummoon's camp. I was that adventurer because at my house everybody was way older than me. Like my sister, she's 8 years older than me, so you can tell that the gap it's like a lot. So she's already Pathfinder. She's getting her going to what you call it Master Guide and stuff, and I'm still an adventurer.
So you were playing catch up.
So I had to. So whenever they had that time we were going to camp, I would not stay in the house. I would refuse to stay in the house. That was not going to happen. So my dad didn't have no choice but to send me too. Yeah. And I didn't even know I was able to sing until those gummoons that could sing, on their guitars and stuff at camp. When you go to camp in Haiti, it's a whole different vibe. Like, you have theme songs for the whole time.
Definitely.
You have, you have like people's like groups of people that are just going against each other,
Oh,
just
yeah.
joning on each
Like
other,
throwing
and stuff
shade.
like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's the type of camp we have in Haiti. So those gummers were just like started calling. I was just like, wait, what do I hear? Like I hear my name, and they were like, Leïssa, viens chanter pour moi. Which means, Leïssa, come and sing for me. I'm like,
I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened to me, just like that.
and I thought little girl, I'm just starting to run away. Like, leave me alone. What you mean come and sing for you? Leave me alone. I'm legit running away. And and that's how it was it started. And I didn't even know. I cannot remember. I really can't remember besides that time when I actually started to sing. That was it. That's really that one thing I was just like, that started my singing career.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, same thing for me too.
Well, it's kind of the same thing because I remember like we went to a camp in Leogan in Haiti. So he was like, I think it was like Women's Day. Like, you know, the guy had like to play dressed up, even though we didn't bring any. We just had to like put a little like, you know, timaru boutonne, you know, and we go in the woods, find out like a flower, and just be like, and we start coming and be like, and there's a guy that used to play guitar. He's good at it, and when we start walking, you gotta share it when yeah, vibing like, yo, you got that voice. I'm like, yeah, I guess, but it's just like the fun of it, just like it's all about singing. It's just like Camp was just different in Haiti, man.
First of all, before I say anything about me, I need to go to camp in Haiti.
Oh,
yeah. You need,
but the one
looking at you guys.
One thing though, I don't want you to get mad. You're probably gonna because camp in Haiti just like. It's fun, but some things happen to you at night. Just crazy.
Some things happen to you at night.
Oh, you know, like we ain't gonna talk about it. We're just gonna let you experience it, you know. But you're just gonna, yeah.
But for me, when I realized I could sing, I have to say this honestly. I've always had like, I would never say that I could sing.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I never like boasted myself in singing.
Yeah.
But honestly, I never really did. But honestly, what I'll say motivated me into continuing, because I didn't sound bad, is the fact that, so like as I said, growing up, all the older kids were in the praise team and in the choir and everything.
Yeah.
And so when I finally got in a couple years later, some stuff happened in the church.
Oh.
And so a lot of those older guys that were in the praise team and were in the choir were no longer there anymore. And guess who was stuck?
You took over in that, right?
The little ball boy. So I was sitting there, and over time of just me being like that only tenor.
Yeah.
So everybody could hear my voice because I was the only tenor there. And so just over time of continuously singing, I'll say my confidence grew just with that situation that I was put in.
Yeah.
Understood. But, I mean, I don't sound bad.
Yeah.
I don't sound bad.
You guys?
Yeah, I think it's just like, I remember I had like the love of starting a group. Like since I was young, I started singing. I was like, you know what? I didn't want to do stuff by myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always wanted to have a crew.
Always drag me into it.
Yeah, I like crew.
Have people behind you.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, and like, it's just like, I started a group when I was like 10, like start singing at the church. And
girls,
well, not even 10. It was 8. We started singing like some interpreted songs. So we started the group, and we was like, okay, we're gonna name it like Holy Stars Junior. So and because there was a Holy Stars Senior, those guys was like kind of big brother to us. Okay. So I was like, you know what? Let's start Holy Stars Junior. Okay. And so we started singing, but just like he said, it was kind of mostly for the girls. Yeah, but it was like
girls.
It was like show off. It's just like
attention.
But the thing is, we didn't like to sing in our church. We like to go to other
right?
to sing, just like, you know, kind of be like. And after that, what we used to do is just like before when we stopped singing. When we're done singing, we usually like go to our way and just post like that.
Yeah.
And when they're walking
superstars.
Yeah,
superstars. Yeah. That's how it was. Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like I feel like that's when we're like kind of like, oh yeah, well,
I'm like, I think we know how to sing. We can do a little something, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like that happens a lot, though. I feel like a lot of the time, our confidence moment isn't really like somebody saying, "Hey, you can sing."
Yeah.
It's mostly like getting recognized for it.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
true.
the more you get recognized for it, you're kind of like, maybe I actually sound good.
Yeah,
like,
that's
okay,
true.
then let me keep
you're
going
right about
with it.
that.
You know, so I feel like that's what a lot of people's moments are.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, to be honest, like, in Haiti, I used to sing a lot. Like, I was, like the choir kind of, like, director pretty much, like, you know, like, about singing and everything. But when I moved here and actually I met Rivni, I couldn't do, I would say, the tenor for some reason. Like, in Haiti, I could do, like, they have tenor, and also in Haiti, I could do it, too. But when I moved here, the tenor that you guys do is just slightly different for me, pretty much. And I spent I'm telling you, I would go home and practice. I'm telling you, I could not hit the notes. And the song I actually learned it was better, you know, at least like when I low, I think. Yeah, I'm saying that song. When I finally when I finally could do the tenor, I'm like, wow, man, that's good. And then Rivni was like, man, you can sing. You have not French. I'm like, okay, well, I'm saying ever since that day, I actually I'm telling you, I was just singing.
He's been bothering people around, like he just be walking like, I'm like, yo, calm down, man.
And to be honest,
calm down.
I call myself a soprano tenor, like soprano tenor. I put all the titles because I'm telling you, I try literally all the voices. Literally, like, I'm telling you, if they were singing, I go there and I practice. I'm like, I would say it's just like. You said basically I could sing, and I'm like, well, that's true. And I learned and practiced pretty much, and it's kind of like, you know, I learned that. Yeah,
I agree.
that was it.
So, question though. So when you say Haiti tenor,
no, it's just different.
Is it higher?
Like it's higher. Like when we sing, like pretty much, it just.
Well, I think
it just switched. I would say the alto here is like
it's
tenor
switch because we sing more gospel here than Haiti. We sing hymns.
Like
hymns is just like the slow top of it and just like the lowest. It's just like the range of it, but there's nothing a big gap
it's not big
differences, but it's just like there's.
It's a little different, though. Of course.
I would say it's just like the alto is like the tenor in Haiti, and the tenor is like the alto. It's just flipped a little bit. It's just weird.
I feel like what
You see what I'm saying, right?
is that in Haiti, there's not really a set way. I feel like in Haiti, it's pretty much whatever you can sing as soon as it sounds good.
It sounds good.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like that's why if you're not in an actual group where you have somebody coming and work with you and stuff like that, that's how it happens.
Okay.
But when we are here, you find the melody. You know what the melody is. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna find out who has the melody, and each soprano needs to go up.
That's kind of how it is.
Go down.
Okay.
You know that. I feel like here we have like a base. You know, there's a base for us to know where the
where to start.
Yeah. Like
in Haiti, they just start. In Haiti, they just start. They just start somewhere. You know, they just start somewhere.
You sing pour la gloire de Dieu.
By the way, exactly. Stop talking about country down, man. I love country. You know, like we're singing for the. Yeah,
we
it
love
was nice.
Haiti.
Yeah,
But okay, I got you.
But so what's your favorite song you guys like to perform and everything?
My favorite song to perform.
Yeah.
My favorite song. Oh my goodness.
That's hard, bro.
Dude. That's not fair.
Anything gospel.
Well, it doesn't have to be gospel.
Well, I can't.
So it doesn't have to be gospel. It can be gospel in other songs. So like sing, like, or let's just say, well, someday you're just in the house, you're just singing, and your favorite song, like, and you start dancing and everything.
Okay. Honest with you, man.
Let's say it that way. What is actually one song that, let's say, I would say just driving, it comes to your mind. Just one song that, let's say you're just walking, just like going somewhere, it just comes to your mind and just basically start singing or just start humming it.
So I'm be honest real quick.
Yeah.
Anything that comes
so
to your mind.
many songs go through my brain at the same time.
How do you
I'll think one song, different words come out of my mouth. I start tapping something different. It's crazy.
Like you have a whole mashup, like
dude. And it's different genres. That's what's crazy.
Yeah. Gospel, trap, R&B,
right? Trap, gospel, R&B.
Lucky de mon amant.
That's fun.
Shoot. But I mean,
just do. Yeah, which one?
If a song comes into, Can y'all go first?
Okay. So let's put it. So what's your favorite song to sing in right now? In this, like right now, in this moment, like
in this moment,
like in the coronavirus, like the song right now, like you will like okay, like for me is a William McDowell Falling on My Knees. I like that song. Okay. That song is just I don't know. There's something about that song. It's just like it's good. So Falling on My Knees is my favorite song right now.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Favorite song. I got you. Bon Dieu Fidel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bon Dieu Fidel will do it for me. That's that song that whenever it's played.
Should you give a demo?
Huh?
Know how it goes?
Oh. Bon Dieu Fidel.
Yeah.
Bon Dieu Fidel.
I think he's just proving you know how to sing.
Oh, yeah. You see?
A little bit. It's not all right. But that song does it. That song does it. And I don't even sing it. I don't even sing the song, really. Yeah. One of my ministers at my church, Gina Pomera, sings it. Every time she sings it, it's just...
Yeah, just...
Woo,
like,
you can feel it.
Just,
for real.
Like that coldness.
Gives it a chill,
Oh, yeah. So that will probably... Right now, in this moment, that's probably the song that will come to my head right now.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Tina?
How about you?
I have Big by Pastor Mike Jr. And it's gonna be big.
Oh.
Yeah.
First of all, the music in that song is... Pastor Mac, you did a great job. Just want to let you know that. If you watch this, if you know him, at him. Let him know we said he did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Okay? Definitely.
Because
the music is amazing.
There's been a lot of stuff going on in my life, but every time something's bring me down, I just remind the promise that God made.
Yeah, that's true.
And I just, that's the song that whenever it has something's wrong, I'm just like, you know what, let me trust him. Something's big gonna happen.
Amen.
Yeah.
We're preaching here, right?
Hey, let's go ahead. That's a word.
Well, I would say like it's a song I just learned. I would say like heard about a week ago. It says like Al Calvary. It says mercy there was great, in grace was free. Yeah, I forgot the rest actually.
You just need to send it to me. I'll listen to it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
But I think it's just like I think in this time of days we all have that one song that keep us going, and just like. Whenever we start singing or hearing the person singing, it's just like, yes, that's what I need in this moment right now. And it's like it's just a good feeling. Just a good feeling.
And that's another thing about music, too. Like, in any time, there's a song that'll fit that.
Yeah, that is so true.
Like,
whatever you facing, whatever day it is.
Anything. There's a song for it. There's a song written for it. During Corona time, a lot of us are feeling lonely. A lot of us have lost people, lost family members, lost close friends. Even I actually had Corona when it like what? I'm free now. Oh no, that's Jesse. I had it in like July of last year.
Yeah.
Also when it was first.
Yeah. And so I know me personally. I'm the oldest of 4, so I had to be in my room and literally hearing my siblings outside my door every single day was like, yo I actually miss these kids.
You good? You good, man?
Not gonna, hey, Lala, you good? I'm like, I'm okay. But honestly, you feel kind of lonely in that moment.
Yeah. You were in jail. That's the only thing in jail.
No, you're right. We're practically in jail. Okay? By yourself. No one there. And so it definitely feels lonely, and I definitely had times when music was the only thing that kept me close and feeling like someone was there with me,
Yeah.
Sorry, you're saying that.
Well, that's
Sorry, but when you said Bon Jovi Fidel, I thought you were talking about the other Bon Jovi Fidel.
You know what's funny? Both Bon Jovi Fidels are beautiful.
Yeah, I love the other one.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
But it's just nice. It's like, okay, I don't want to bash down gospel, but let's just go to like different genre of music.
All right.
Just like,
let's do it.
But we're not gonna go too much so that pastor don't gadget us. But
we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it PG.
Listen.
Key, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah,
what are we talking about?
Exalt is no more. Okay, this is not exalt.
If it happened, it's not my fault. Okay.
So, what genre do you want to go to?
Okay. Well, my favorite genre is R&B. So I like R&B.
All right.
Okay.
So, how do you guys feel about R&B?
Love it.
I'll be sad.
You be sad?
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm a sap. I'm big, but I be sad.
Yeah. You be like Chris Brown in the living room.
This the it's really the fact that he's not in prominent.
You can just let loose. Yeah.
The what? Chris Brown. Favorite R&B artist. So I like throwbacks.
Me too.
Oh, yo, let's get it here.
I'm
Because
big on
listen,
throwbacks.
You do some research
No
right here.
cap. Today, the R&B of today and back then is not the
I don't
same
think
thing.
I don't think we should call it R&B. R&B. I don't think we should call it R&B. It just words.
my-
No,
my-
it's words. It's just words. But yeah.
Ooh, okay. So I would say, I as far as boy bands too, Boys to Men.
Oh
of
my
course.
God. Yo.
Of course.
I knew
Yeah,
you were going
like-
to get there.
I mean,
knew it.
Yeah,
I
you
mean-
got Boys to Men, but the person I really like I think every day I try to like, even though I wasn't born in this country, but I try to learn more about like 80s and 90s
Yeah.
songs. And when I first discovered Babyface, I'm like, yo, this man right there.
Babyface.
Yes.
I gotta listen to him.
Oh my God, yo, this man!
I'll
I'm like,
be
this man
honest.
right there. He's good. I'm like, this man can actually put songs together. Like, but it's just like it's. I feel like songs in the past make more sense and tells you more
Have more
about
of
the
an
person
impact.
than
That's-
about like
They
this.
were more lyrical.
Yeah, they are more legal. Like
Yeah, more lyrical.
here,
I would feel like,
here,
yeah.
the man, like let's just say the man just got a heartbreak. Like, yeah, you did me wrong.
You did me wrong. You did me wrong. Yeah.
Like,
You did me wrong.
I was like, okay.
Oh yeah.
The oohs be crazy though.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, ooh.
Uh-huh,
But,
yeah.
yo,
You
what's
did me
funny
wrong.
though? What's funny though? You start playing this in a party. Okay, everybody was like, okay.
Yeah. Everybody gets lit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I love Usher though.
Yeah.
I love
me
Usher.
some
Yeah,
Usher.
Usher has this song called Crush with I think it's
Yeah,
Yuna.
you
or
know. Yeah,
Yuna?
you know.
Oh gosh.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh,
yeah, that's
yeah,
what it's
oh my
like.
God.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I remember. Lionel Richie. Like, this man is so good. I don't know if you know him, but me and him actually sing a song at his wedding. That's that called Lady.
Time out. Pause. You married?
I got married December 6th.
Wow. You married?
Oh my God.
Says it already.
Says it
for
to
real.
me.
Oh.
The thing is like the whole year was kind of like crazy, and I was like, the thing is like since I was little, I always say that at 25 I'll get married, and I'm like, well, I was so glad that I would say I found someone. I would say like somebody basically, and we're together for 5 years. I'm like, well, the year was going crazy, and literally, then I think right after like we started the podcast, I was like, well, I could get married just like that, you know. And the thing is, I told her, she was like, no, we can't. And for some reason, like, I'm quite persistent a little bit.
That's
So-
right. You have to,
Yeah.
man.
So
Don't do that.
yeah, we got married, but anyway, so yeah.
Hey,
But
man,
yeah.
I'm happy for
So
you.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
singing
so
together. So
we sing a song by Lionel Richie called Lady, and like the fact that
Demonstration, please.
Lady.
Boy.
I'm your knight and your shining armor,
and I love you.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Solanella. Lady.
Started.
I'm
but
the
yeah,
knight
but
in your shining
the
armor.
this song is like, well, it was very specific for him since it was his wedding day.
Yeah.
And literally, like Lionel Richie, just like you got Lionel Richie, you got Babyface, and you got Stevie Wonders, you got
those guys.
yeah,
Still
and
good.
you got Vendrome. I think that's his name, or Vendrome, something like that. And you got like all those classic songs. It's just like, yo, I like to listen to those songs better than R&B. I listen to those songs like kind of like that, but the old back song is just
The throwbacks.
Yeah, throwback is just very great.
Throwback is every day for you. Not
Yeah.
just on Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Well,
Come on, Sam. Come on, Sam.
I would say like this guy I would say like meaning to the music. You know, like he came actually from the heart for them. pretty
Yeah,
much, you know.
of course.
Yeah, especially like you should listen to Lionel Richie. Like his whole album is just meaningful. Like you got Lady, you got Endless Love.
Got Stuck on You.
You probably know Endless Love.
But you know what's crazy though? I wouldn't say it's not in their heart, like the R&B artists now hearts. I don't think they. I'm not gonna say their music is not from their heart. I'm just gonna say I feel like sometimes they tend to sway for audience.
Yeah,
that's true.
True that. Yeah.
I feel like back in the day, it was okay to be a sap.
Yeah, it was.
It was okay to be in your feelings and baby, I love you.
Yeah,
You know
nowadays you
come back.
Yeah,
that's true.
Now I feel like it's like if you do that, you not man enough.
Yeah,
Or something like that, you know? So
if you're going, stay over there.
hey, I don't want you no more if you're going to leave. I don't even care about
I'm
you.
going to get me another one.
Exactly.
That's so true.
You were there. Once you leave, you would get replaced.
That's
Something
it.
like that. Yeah. But it's all about I think just man pride these days.
Yeah.
And also, I would say like music back then was just like more about the person. Because the thing is that the song Lady, the thing is like he actually wrote the second verse in the bathroom.
Yeah, in the
before
bathroom.
Before he would sing it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because-
Like before he
because,
goes to
like,
record it,
I don't
he
know.
sing
He's singing with Kenny Rogers.
Yeah, Kenny Rogers.
Kenny Rogers. Like I said, he was like the most lyrical person ever, and him and Lionel Richie have some great songs. And like we said, like those songs have like a lot of meaningful things they be saying. I don't know how in love they were with their
Crazy love, man.
partners, but yeah, those people put some souls into those lyrics.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
They will live on forever. That's true.
yeah.
You know what? Let's just actually leave all that actually behind and just. How about you guys? How did you guys basically get into Exalt, pretty much? Into that specific group.
How you guys get recruited? Or get picked up?
Your talent?
Okay.
Or-
So we didn't really get recruited. So SACHAYF has that praise team. Okay.
Yeah.
And we always the people that were in the praise team. We like people that are really involved in music. People that don't want to get stuck on only on the for SACHAYF, only to be singing for SACHAYF and stuff like that. So we just decided that we all had the same vision, which was to, go further than that. We all wanted to do something more than just be singing at the church. So we decided, okay, so let's just make this group where we're not independent, but at the same time we are. And it's mostly because we want to grow bigger and better. And that's where Exalt pretty much came in. There's nothing really, more to it.
So you guys are the international group of your church, kind of, right? Because you guys, it's an international church.
So for me, I'm gonna do how I got into the SACHAYF praise team in general. Mm-hmm. So I believe they were doing a youth weekend years ago. They were doing a youth weekend years ago, and it was at Bethesda.
Bethesda. I think.
It was Bethesda?
I think it was, yeah.
It was Bethesda. And so after that, they went to Mitzpah that Friday night. That Friday night, they were doing some type of worship thing on that Friday night. And they were singing, or SACHAYF praise team was there singing. Yeah. And then Mimi, the director, she's like director / co-director / she does everything.
Yeah.
So she came to me after the program, was like, why weren't you singing today? And I was like,
it's the same thing.
Why wasn't I singing?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Right? Like, who are you?
You mean you heard that?
No, because at the time, I didn't even really know her like that at the time.
Oh, damn.
So I was like, wait, how do you even know, like, I can hit a note?
Yeah.
And so when she told me that, she was like, why weren't you singing today? And so literally at the ending of that program, she had me come up on the stage and start singing with the group.
Yeah.
And then literally I just found myself at every rehearsal after that.
That's it.
Hey.
So it was crazy, but I appreciate her for extending that hand to me, though.
Yeah.
Because that was like a first step into me taking music to another level and me saying, you know what?
Yeah.
I may actually want to be in a group that actually goes and sings at different churches. I may actually want to be in a group that goes to different camp meetings and different things like that and actually get to minister on a bigger scale than just in our local churches.
Yeah.
So how did SACHAYF start for me? So I think when I first moved here, which was like about 3 years ago, they had that. I don't know if you guys remember, but they were actually having tryouts. Yeah, where they wanted it for the youth.
Mm-hmm.
So I went the first time. All right.
I remember that.
I
said
went
I
the
wasn't
second
gonna come.
time. And then, but when people actually, when they say they're going to do something, not a lot of them actually stick to it.
Yeah,
and what happened was a lot, like majority of the people that went to the tryouts, and we actually did sing together for one or two events. But then after that, the actually youth that was supposed to be part of it was just, wasn't consistent. So I just kept on going. I met Nomyn, and I was part of that other group where Nomyn was an actual coach also.
Yeah.
So Nomyn basically just took my hand and pretty much dragged me wherever she went.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's what happened. And then I took it seriously because I love singing, and I never knew there was another level for me.
Yeah.
But when I actually started being around those type of people, I actually grew.
Yeah.
I became better. By the day, by rehearsal after, because what I knew 3 years ago and nowhere from what I know today, and it's because Mimi was that one person that was just like, she basically just was taking all of us and then let's go, and she will do it but she will do it if you want to.
Yeah, that's
and she could see that I wanted to, and that's how it started pretty much. And then we just, for 3 years now, solid, we've just been going at it.
And another thing I'm gonna add too, a big thanks to Wilkins and Mimi, because really and honestly, they really allowed us to grow and flourish on another level. Like she said, we really never thought, okay, I'll be on a podcast
talking about music
for Exalt. My start was at a small church, just singing with my fellow people, and just that was just how I thought it was just gonna be.
Yeah.
And so them being able to take not only me but others into a group and seeing the love for music and seeing the love for the ministry and seeing the love for God allowed us to grow into better ministers.
Yeah.
Because listen, we did sing for the conference. We did multiple gigs for the conference. That's
true.
Yeah, so it's just like one thing you said, you never thought that we will take that big step. One thing we like to talk about in the podcast is just like, it's about to take that leap of faith and just take the big step, and you never know what's going to happen, Just like, you have to give yourself, be confident in yourself, be like, you know what, I can actually do this. And you have those like positive people like
behind
with you, like pushing you and everything.
What I always have in mind when it comes to, taking that leap of faith, people always, whenever it comes to taking a risk, they always think about failure. But they never think about what's, even if you fail, what's behind that fail. Because guess what?
Learning step.
You fail, yes, but you gain so much knowledge.
Yeah.
Because where you fell today, I'm almost 99.99% chance that you're not going to fall in that same thing again. And if you do fall, it's because you didn't learn your lesson. It's because you didn't think. Because failing doesn't mean that you actually.
So actually, failing is not just like bad. Because actually, guess what? This bulb right here, right? The guy basically who built it actually tried 1,000-something times before he could basically get it right. So if he had stopped the first time, we'd have never got it.
Go ahead and preach.
So I would say pretty much failing is just like the stepping stone I would say to greatness, pretty much.
Exactly.
To put it that way.
But yes, it's just you have to learn from your own mistakes, I would say, and then pick up from there, and you will learn a lot of things from it. But I feel like what you guys are doing and how you guys are like family, because I think there was a video you guys posted on Instagram. I was like, yo, like, hey, I see you. I'm like, I see you. But I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. But I mean, I feel like you guys is just like get it together, especially Mimi. She's very great. I think she was helping with
acoustic
with us, and we were just like, we were like very appreciative with her, even though
We were supposed to have a concert this year, or actually next year.
Right.
Not next year.
Last year.
Last year. But Corona happened. So, but she was helping with that, and it was like we really appreciated her. But
you're right. Over the years, we really became.
No, really, and that's one thing. And that's one thing that I love about the group is the fact that we all sing. But we've become so attached to each other. It's different. It's become a family.
Yeah.
It's become more
It's
so.
above singing.
Yeah, like at this point, we're striving more to do devotion with each other now.
Yeah.
We want to reach more of not just singing in public, but actually having the time to have a devotion with one another.
Yeah.
And commit to each other on a deeper level.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Guess what? Music, right, is actually combining a bunch of notes together, right, to get actually one thing, right?
Right.
And when we're actually singing together, we have alto, soprano, tenor. They all come in one, right?
Right.
And family comes actually in one, pretty much. Love, I would say, like, pretty much, it's like music actually just combine everything into one and just
bring
sure.
Your whole things together and just bring like a whole biggest family.
That's why I love music so much, because music made me, get to know.
Yeah.
Just bring some of your mind together.
Yeah, after I moved here, music was really that one thing that really, helped me.
Like be sociable and stuff. Yeah, that's true.
But you know something? The truth is, like, when you're doing it, you don't feel like it. It's like when you actually reflect back on everything that you have done, you truly realize that it was actually like a road, and it was like everything actually was kind of chaotic to begin with.
Yeah.
But you actually went through it, and just like it's like what. And now just like thinking about everything that happened, you realize that
Yeah, I think.
And you actually. So in the topic of the praise team. God allowed a lot of us to be able to be joined together. And like he was talking about the family and everybody being able to bring themselves together. This is different walks of life, different people. And God has put us all through our different paths and through our different stories. So when we all come together as a family and we do become that close, the ministry thrives itself.
Yeah.
Not really because we want it to be a big thing. Is because when all of us have our different testimonies in life, and like I was saying earlier about how music is a story, when all of us have our stories and we all are in a group, in a family, and we put all of that into our ministry, it allows it to be relatable to so many different people.
Yeah.
It allows it to be relatable to so many different people that we don't even know because we have allowed ourselves to be entwined into a family.
That's true. Because the thing is, like, you actually said to begin with that music is like a story, right? Just like, so technically, like, we've just been writing history pretty much and just like kind of like writing something together, and without I would say even knowing it. And it's like we're actually all actually, I would say impacting each other in some ways and growing, as 100%. You said, right? Because the thing is that you actually 3 years ago started, with a group, and never knew that you were gonna be singing, at, I would say, like at a conference with them, or I would say elsewhere, and also like we actually learned so much from them, and also I would say grow, I would say as yourself,
Yeah, I think that's the good things about like church, having a family, have somebody that be there for you and pushes you to like to do better,
Yeah.
And I think that's all we need, and that's all that can make us better in our life.
Your family, for sure.
Yeah, that's family. So, but it was really good for you to be here, like for Exalt to be in the house.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you guys
Exalt
like.
in person.
Yeah, I'm really like happy to have like that was a like nice conversation, like how different songs or have meaning for each of us, and each of us have different stories, but kind of related to music, so I'm glad you guys were there, and I really appreciate you guys for coming.
Thank you guys for inviting us.
100%.
Definitely, and I'm hoping that's not the last time you guys gonna be here. So
we'll be back.
definitely, and
You're gonna get tired of us.
So guys, like we always say in this podcast, we always have advice for you. It's not about us; it's about you, guys, and it's about like what we can bring to the table as youth, because we all one, and we all, I think, kind of have the same issues in our life. But if we can bring others' perspective to things, we can learn from each other and put all those things together and move forward with everything that's going on in this world. So thank you guys for coming.
100%.
And
the Lad Podcast, and we are out, guys.